Hey guys, welcome to January's edition of Potter Projects. I'm really excited about this one because this is going to be like a multi-project video. So anyway, I thought this year for Christmas we would have a completely all Harry Potter Christmas tree. So I'm going to show you all the ornaments that I'm going to make a completely decked out Harry Potter Christmas tree. So first, I want to show you guys how to make these little broomstick ornaments. I think they're really cool. For the broomstick ornaments, what you do is you start with a package of these wooden dowels, which you can find at Walmart or the craft store or wherever. And then you cut them into little sticks, however big you want your broomsticks, and paint them brown. So once you've painted them brown, I took a bag of this stuff. I don't know exactly what you call it, but I found it in the floral department at Walmart, and I thought it would work great. So all I did was I took a string of it, and I broke it into little pieces about how long I want my tail to be. I think one string should be enough to cover your tail. So then you take your glue gun and you put a ring of hot glue around the bottom, and then you just take your pieces, whoa, I almost lost my glue gun, and you just take your pieces of tail and you just stick them all the way around. You gotta be a little quick just so your glue doesn't completely harden. And then press them down. And then once you have your tail, you can spread it out a little bit if you want. I took some of this green floral wire that I have a ton of. And you can use anything. I mean, you can use wire or tinfoil or rope. It doesn't really matter. And I just cut a length off. And I just take the floral wire and I wrap it around the top of the tail here. Just until I have a nice, thick, so it looks nice. And then I snip off the rest, take the two ends and push them down. So we have one piece left on our broom, which is very important if you're going to hang it up. So all I did was I took a little metal necklace finding, which, I mean, you could use wire or really anything you want. And I just chose a spot on the broom handle, put a little thing of glue, and stick the finding on there. Push it down. You might want to add some more glue just right here, you know, just to make it a little more secure. Push it down. Now if you want, what I did was I went back over it with the brown paint and repainted it. Now you might notice that on the first one I put the metal finding in the middle more, but I think since the end is so heavy, it'd probably be a better idea to put it more towards the top of the handle. So here's how you make the first of our Harry Potter Christmas tree ornaments, the broomstick. Okay, so next I'm going to show you guys how to make two different kind of just regular like ornaments. The movie poster ornaments and the house crest ornaments. So these are really simple and kind of fun to make. So all you do for the house crest ornaments is you get some pictures of the house crest or the movie posters or even the book covers. I think I'm going to do some of those too. And you print them out, cut them out, and then for the house crest ones, I just took some felt and cut it into a square about the right size. Now I wasn't sure exactly how to connect paper to felt, so here's what I did. I took the printed out crest and some double-sided tape, and I just kind of made like a triangle along the back because I wasn't sure if hot glue would react very well to just being on paper. I thought it might distort the image or something. So tape a little triangle over the back and take your hot glue gun and just put glue all over that triangle. So you got a nice layer. And then you just stick your crest to the felt. Now you want to put it low enough so that you have a little bit of a space up here. But I think with this one it's going to go through the crest anyway. Oh well. Now if you want, you can trim a little of the edge off if you want. So now all you do is you take a paper hole punch or whatever, a knife, it doesn't really matter. And maybe you just punch a hole. Now for each house I got its own specifically colored ribbon, and you just take and you cut a nice length off of the ribbon. And you thread it through the hole, and then just make a nice little knot up at the top. Just like that. And then this just slips over the branch and it hangs there. Now for those, I mean, you can use cardboard like I'm going to use for the movie poster ones, but it doesn't really matter. Now for the movie poster one, you just take your image and cut it out. And then you take some cardboard. I'm just using some spare cardboard I had laying around. Now you're going to want to make the cardboard just a little bit wider than your picture, but not much wider. So now what I'm doing for these to make it a little more festive is I'm taking some sparkly pipe cleaners, and since this one's for order and the poster's got that bluish hue to it, I'm going to use some blue ones. Next, before you use your pipe cleaners, you take your spray adhesive and you just spray a light layer over your piece of cardboard just so that your picture will stick. And you lay your picture on there. Nice and even, or not even if you're Shannon. And you have to do it like 3 times. Spread it out. That's not even at all, but that's okay. We can trim it. So, you take your pipe cleaners and you measure how much you're going to need. And you cut it off. Measure up the side. Now 1 pipe cleaner is never enough to frame a whole thing, which is fine because you're going to have a little extra left over, and that's actually good. That'll come in handy. So now that you've got your pipe cleaners cut to fit, you take your hot glue gun and you just glue along the sides and stick your pipe cleaner to it. Now I'm going to warn you, this can be very messy, because you're working with like 2 different types of glue, and yeah. Okay, so you're going to have little ends that stick up and probably some cardboard that sticks over. So, you just trim those off, like so. So now, you take your leftover pipe cleaner piece, you form it into an arc, and then you just glue it onto the back. And there you are, a very festive ornament. Now for those, I made one of every movie poster and about 4 of each house crest, 4 of the Hogwarts crest, and I'm even going to make an undesirable number 1 one. When Deathly Hallows Part 1 first came out, Warner Brothers, the website, had this thing where you could go in and you could make your own undesirable number 1 poster with your picture in it. So I did that, and I'm probably going to make that into an ornament too. So last but not least, every tree needs a tree topper. So I decided to make a golden snitch tree topper. Now all you do is you go to a dollar store or Walmart or wherever, and you get one of these giant Christmas ornaments. And I mean, I went with gold, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove the hook part that attaches it to your tree. And then what I did was I took, it's a ball, it keeps rolling. So next, you take some silver sparkly pipe cleaners and you just kind of form them into a wing. And then you take this one and you kind of curve it a little, but just a little. And then you take this one and you kind of make it kind of rounded so it forms that part of the wing. And then you just bring the 2 together down here and you twist them. And you have a wing. So when you have 2 wings, you just take one and you stick it right there. And you take the hot glue gun and you put a little glue, and then just stick it on there. So then you go to the other side and probably make sure the wings match up, you know. And stick it on there. And there you have it, your golden snitch tree topper. Obviously you can make it bigger or smaller, it just depends on what you want. And so the bottom down here should be open, so it should just stick on the top of your tree. Because most trees, especially artificial ones, they come with just a pointed top, so you can stick a tree star or whatever you want on it. So there's how you make your golden snitch tree topper. So I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of Potter Projects. I hope you can use some of these and let your tree be very Potterful. So have a Merry Christmas, guys, and I'll see you next time.